Once upon a time, in a small, peaceful town nestled between rolling hills and whispering forests, lived a young boy named Ethan. Ethan, with his curious brown eyes and untamed dark hair, was a spirited child who spent his days exploring the meadows and woods around his home. One sunny afternoon, while venturing deeper into the forest than he ever had before, Ethan stumbled upon a small, abandoned puppy. The pup was all alone, its golden fur dirty and matted, but its eyes shone with a glimmer of hope. Without a second thought, Ethan scooped up the trembling puppy and brought him home. His parents were initially hesitant, but seeing the bond that had already started to form between the boy and the dog, they relented. Ethan named the puppy Max, and from that day on, they were inseparable. Max was a mix of breeds, with the loyalty of a Labrador, the intelligence of a Border Collie, and the playful energy of a terrier. Together, Ethan and Max explored every corner of their small town, from the highest hill to the deepest creek. Ethan taught Max how to fetch sticks, swim in the creek, and chase butterflies. Max, in turn, showed Ethan the meaning of unconditional love and companionship. Every evening, they would lie in bed together, Ethan reading stories to Max until they both drifted off to sleep, comforted by each other's presence. As the years passed, Ethan and Max grew together. When Ethan was 10, he joined a local soccer team. Max was his biggest cheerleader, barking excitedly from the sidelines of every game. During long summer days, they would race each other across the fields, Max always slightly ahead, his tail wagging furiously. Ethan loved those carefree days, the sun setting in the distance as they ran until they were both exhausted, collapsing in a heap of laughter and panting breaths. Max's companionship was a constant source of joy for Ethan, and he couldn't imagine life without his loyal friend by his side. One winter, when Ethan was 12, he fell seriously ill with pneumonia. Max stayed by his side throughout the ordeal, never leaving his bed. The bond between them deepened, built on trust and an unspoken understanding. Max seemed to sense Ethan's pain and did everything he could to comfort him. He would nuzzle Ethan's hand gently, his warm presence a soothing balm during those difficult days. As Ethan slowly recovered, their walks in the woods became more frequent. Each adventure was a testament to their growing bond, a silent promise that they would always be there for each other. They explored new trails, discovered hidden clearings, and shared countless moments of pure joy, their laughter echoing through the trees. By the time Ethan reached high school, he and Max had developed a routine. Every morning, Max would accompany Ethan on his walk to the bus stop and wait patiently for him to return in the afternoon. Ethan's school life was filled with the typical teenage challenges, but knowing Max was always waiting for him at home made everything easier. They spent their evenings in the forest, Max chasing after sticks and Ethan lost in his thoughts, finding solace in Max's unwavering presence. Max became a confidant for Ethan, who shared his dreams, fears, and aspirations with his loyal companion. When Ethan was 16, a devastating storm hit their town. The heavy rain and fierce winds caused floods and destruction. During the chaos, Max went missing. Ethan was frantic, searching everywhere for his loyal companion. For days, he combed through the wreckage of their town, calling Max's name until his voice was hoarse. Finally, after a week of searching, he found Max trapped under a fallen tree, weak but alive. Ethan and his father worked tirelessly to free him, and once Max was safe, Ethan hugged him tightly, tears streaming down his face. The experience only strengthened their bond, a reminder of the lengths they would go for each other. As Ethan approached his final year of high school, he started thinking about college. The thought of leaving Max behind was unbearable. But his parents reassured him that Max would be well cared for, and Max, sensing Ethan's anxiety, stayed close to him, offering silent support. On the day Ethan left for college, Max sat by the front door, his eyes filled with a mixture of confusion and sadness. Ethan hugged him tightly, promising he would visit as often as he could. He whispered to Max that their bond would never be broken, no matter the distance. College was a new and exciting chapter for Ethan, but he missed Max terribly. They video called every week, Max barking excitedly when he saw Ethan's face on the screen. During breaks, Ethan would rush home to be with Max, and they would pick up right where they left off, exploring the woods and enjoying each other's company. Ethan's college friends were amazed by the bond between him and Max, and many of them visited his home just to meet the legendary dog they had heard so much about. When Ethan graduated and returned home, he decided to pursue a career in veterinary medicine, inspired by his bond with Max. Max was getting older, his muzzle now flecked with gray, but he was still as spirited as ever. Ethan's new job at a local animal clinic meant he could be home more often, and he cherished every moment with Max. He used his knowledge to provide the best care for Max, ensuring his loyal companion's golden years were filled with comfort and love. Years passed, and Max's age began to catch up with him. He moved slower, and his playful energy waned, but his eyes still shone with the same love and trust that had been there since the day Ethan found him. When Max turned 15, he fell seriously ill. Ethan knew the time they had left together was short. He stayed by Max's side, just as Max had stayed by his during his illness years ago. Ethan spent hours reminiscing with Max, telling him stories of their adventures and the countless memories they had created together. On a quiet autumn afternoon, with the leaves turning golden and the sun casting a warm glow over the forest, Max passed away peacefully in Ethan's arms. Ethan buried him in their favorite spot in the woods, under a large oak tree where they had spent so many happy moments together. The loss was profound, and Ethan mourned deeply, but he also felt an immense gratitude for the years they had shared. The bond between them had shaped his life, teaching him about love, trust, and loyalty. Max was more than just a pet, he was a part of Ethan's soul. Years later, Ethan found himself at the same spot under the oak tree, now with his own children and a new puppy. He told them stories about Max, the loyal dog who had been his best friend and guardian. As he looked into the puppy's eyes, he saw a familiar glimmer of hope and trust, a reminder that the bond he and Max shared would live on forever. The new puppy, named Buddy, brought a fresh wave of joy and companionship into Ethan's life. He noticed the same playful energy and unwavering loyalty that Max had shown. Ethan's children adored Buddy, and they too began creating their own memories in the woods and meadows. Ethan often visited Max's resting place, sitting quietly under the oak tree, reflecting on the incredible journey they had shared. He felt Max's presence in the rustling leaves and the gentle breeze, a comforting reminder that their bond was eternal. Ethan's veterinary practice flourished, and he made it his mission to help other pets and their owners experience the same profound connection he had with Max. He shared stories of Max with his clients, offering empathy and understanding to those facing the difficult moments of losing a beloved pet. Ethan's life came full circle as he watched his children grow alongside Buddy. They too learned the values of love, trust, and loyalty through their bond with their furry friend. Ethan knew that Max's legacy would continue through them, a timeless reminder of the incredible journey they had embarked on together. And so, the story of Ethan and Max, a tale of unbreakable love and trust, echoed through the generations. Their bond was a beacon of hope and inspiration, a testament to the enduring power of companionship. In the hearts of those who heard their story, the spirit of Max lived on, a symbol of the timeless bond between a boy and his dog. In a remote village nestled at the edge of a sprawling forest and beneath towering mountains, there lived a young girl named Maya. Maya had an adventurous spirit and an insatiable curiosity about the natural world. One crisp autumn afternoon, while exploring a rugged cliffside, she stumbled upon an injured eagle. The majestic bird, with its piercing eyes and powerful wings, was grounded, unable to fly. Maya's heart went out to the eagle, and she knew she had to help it. With great care, she approached the bird, speaking softly to calm it. To her amazement, the eagle did not resist. It seemed to sense her good intentions. Maya carefully wrapped the eagle in her jacket and carried it home. Her parents, though initially shocked, were touched by her compassion and agreed to help her nurse the eagle back to health. They built a large enclosure in their backyard, providing a safe space for the bird to recover. Maya named the eagle Sky, inspired by its incredible wingspan and the freedom it symbolized. Every day, she fed Sky and tended to its wounds, speaking to it in soothing tones. Slowly but surely, Sky regained its strength. The bond between Maya and Sky grew stronger with each passing day. Maya marveled at Sky's resilience and grace, while Sky seemed to trust Maya completely. As Sky's strength returned, Maya began to train it to fly again. She would take Sky to a nearby open field and encourage it to spread its wings. At first, Sky struggled, its movements tentative and uncertain. But with Maya's unwavering encouragement, the eagle gradually regained its confidence. The first time Sky soared into the sky, Maya's heart swelled with pride and joy. She watched in awe as Sky circled above, its wings cutting through the air with effortless grace. From that day on, they spent every possible moment together, exploring the forest, the mountains, and the skies. Years passed, and Maya grew from a curious girl into a confident young woman. Sky was always by her side, a loyal companion and guardian. The villagers often marveled at their extraordinary bond, calling it a miracle. Maya and Sky communicated in a language all their own, built on trust and understanding. Sky would perch on Maya's arm, its sharp eyes scanning the horizon, always alert and protective. Their adventures took them to new heights, both literally and metaphorically. They discovered hidden valleys, secret caves, and breathtaking vistas. Each new discovery strengthened their bond and deepened their trust in each other. When Maya turned 18, she decided to pursue a career in wildlife conservation. Inspired by her bond with Sky, she wanted to dedicate her life to protecting and preserving the natural world. She enrolled in a university far from home, knowing that she would have to leave Sky behind. The thought of parting from her beloved companion was heart-wrenching, but Maya knew it was necessary for her future. On the day of her departure, Sky seemed to sense the gravity of the moment. The eagle perched on Maya's arm, its eyes locked onto hers. With tears in her eyes, Maya hugged Sky tightly, promising that she would return. University life was a new and challenging experience for Maya. She threw herself into her studies, driven by her passion for wildlife conservation. But she missed Sky terribly. The vast, bustling city felt cold and impersonal without the presence of her loyal friend. Maya often found solace in video calls with her parents, during which Sky would appear on the screen, its piercing eyes watching her intently. Those brief moments of connection gave her the strength to persevere. She poured her heart into her studies, determined to make a difference in the world. During her breaks, Maya would return to her village and reunite with Sky. Each time, their bond seemed to grow even stronger. They would embark on new adventures, exploring the wilderness together. Sky, now a seasoned hunter, would demonstrate its prowess, swooping down to catch prey with breathtaking precision. Maya marveled at Sky's agility and strength, feeling an immense pride in their partnership. She knew that their bond was unique, a testament to the power of love and trust. As Maya approached the end of her university studies, she was offered an internship at a renowned wildlife conservation organization. It was a dream come true, but it also meant moving even farther from home. Maya was torn. She knew this was an incredible opportunity, but the thought of being separated from Sky for even longer was almost unbearable. After much soul-searching, she decided to accept the internship, knowing that it was the best way to achieve her goals. She made a promise to Sky that she would return as soon as she could, and that their bond would never be broken. The internship was both challenging and rewarding. Maya worked on various conservation projects, learning from some of the best minds in the field. She felt a deep sense of fulfillment, knowing that she was making a real difference. But the ache of missing Sky was always there, a constant reminder of the sacrifice she had made. She kept in touch with her family, who assured her that Sky was doing well, eagerly awaiting her return. Maya held on to those reassurances, drawing strength from the knowledge that their bond was unbreakable. When her internship ended, Maya returned to her village with a wealth of knowledge and experience. Sky greeted her with an exuberant display of flight, soaring high into the sky before landing gracefully on her arm. Maya felt a profound sense of homecoming, knowing that she was finally where she belonged. She resumed her work in the village, using her newfound skills to advocate for wildlife conservation. Sky was always by her side, a living testament to the power of love and trust. Together, they inspired the villagers to appreciate and protect the natural world around them. Years passed, and Maya's efforts bore fruit. The village became a model of sustainable living and wildlife conservation, attracting attention from around the world. Maya and Sky became symbols of the harmony that can exist between humans and nature. Their story was told and retold, inspiring countless others to seek their own bonds with the natural world. Maya often reflected on the incredible journey she had shared with Sky, feeling immense gratitude for the lessons they had taught each other. As Maya and Sky grew older, their bond remained as strong as ever. They continued to explore the forest and mountains, finding new adventures at every turn. Sky's once powerful wings were now a bit slower, but the eagle's spirit remained undiminished. Maya too had changed, her once youthful face now bearing the marks of time and experience. Yet, their love and trust had only deepened, a testament to the enduring power of their bond. On a warm summer evening, as the sun set over the mountains, Maya and Sky found themselves perched on a cliffside, overlooking the village they had called home for so many years. The sky was painted in hues of orange and pink, a breathtaking backdrop to their moment of reflection. Maya gently stroked Sky's feathers, feeling the familiar sense of connection that had defined their journey. She knew that their time together was finite, but the bond they shared would endure beyond this life. Sky, sensing Maya's thoughts, nuzzled her gently, a silent affirmation of their unbreakable bond. And so, the story of Maya and Sky, a tale of love and trust, echoed through the generations. Their journey together was a testament to the incredible bond that can exist between a human and an animal, built on mutual respect and unwavering loyalty. In the hearts of those who heard their story, the spirit of Sky lived on, a symbol of the timeless connection between a girl and her eagle. In a bustling city, nestled within a cozy apartment, lived a man named Jack. Jack was in his early 40s, a former architect with a keen eye for design and a deep love for life. However, a tragic accident had left him paralyzed from the waist down, confining him to a wheelchair. The transition had been tough, and Jack often felt isolated and frustrated by his limitations. His once vibrant life now felt constrained by the walls of his apartment. One rainy evening, while gazing out of his window, Jack noticed a small, bedraggled cat huddled against the building's entrance. The cat's fur was soaked, and it looked up at Jack with piercing green eyes, as if seeking help. Jack felt an immediate connection with the little creature. With great effort, he maneuvered his wheelchair to the door, opened it, and gently coaxed the cat inside. He dried the cat with a towel, gave it some milk, and made a small bed out of an old blanket. The cat purred softly, curling up and falling asleep almost instantly. Jack decided to name the cat Whiskers, inspired by its long, twitching whiskers that seemed to express its curiosity about everything. From that night on, Whiskers became a permanent fixture in Jack's life. The days that followed were filled with new routines and shared moments. Jack found a renewed sense of purpose in caring for Whiskers. Every morning, Whiskers would nuzzle Jack's hand, waking him up with gentle purrs. They would share breakfast together, Jack sipping his coffee while Whiskers munched on his kibble. Whiskers had a knack for knowing when Jack needed comfort, curling up in his lap during moments of frustration or loneliness. Their bond grew stronger with each passing day, built on mutual trust and companionship. Jack began to rediscover the joy in life through his bond with Whiskers. He started to venture out more, taking Whiskers for strolls in the park in a specially designed pet carrier attached to his wheelchair. The fresh air and change of scenery did wonders for Jack's spirits, and Whiskers seemed to enjoy the adventures just as much. The sight of the man in the wheelchair with his loyal cat often drew smiles and friendly conversations from passers-by. Jack began to feel a sense of community again, no longer feeling invisible in the bustling city. Years went by, and Jack and Whiskers developed a deep, unspoken understanding. Whiskers was always there, a silent but constant source of support. On days when Jack felt overwhelmed by the challenges of his condition, Whiskers would sit by his side, offering a comforting presence. Jack's career as an architect had taken a new direction as well. He began to work from home, focusing on designing accessible and inclusive spaces. His personal experiences and his bond with Whiskers fueled his passion for creating environments that promoted independence and comfort for people with disabilities. One day, Jack received an invitation to speak at a conference about his work in accessible design. It was a significant opportunity, but it also meant traveling to another city. Jack was hesitant, worried about the logistics and the strain it would put on him and Whiskers. However, his friends and family encouraged him, reminding him of how far he had come and how much his work could inspire others. With some careful planning, Jack decided to go. He arranged for a trusted neighbor to care for Whiskers during his absence, ensuring his beloved cat would be in good hands. The conference was a resounding success. Jack's presentation on inclusive design was met with admiration and appreciation. He shared his journey, his challenges, and the inspiration he had found in Whiskers. The experience was empowering, and Jack returned home with a renewed sense of purpose and confidence. Whiskers greeted him with enthusiastic purrs, and Jack realized just how much he had missed his loyal companion during the trip. As the years continued to pass, Jack and Whiskers remained inseparable. Jack's work flourished, and he became a well-respected advocate for accessibility and inclusivity in architecture. Whiskers, now a bit older and slower, still maintained his playful spirit and unwavering loyalty. Their bond had become a cornerstone of Jack's life, a source of strength and joy that had carried him through the darkest times. One winter, when Jack was in his mid-50s, Whiskers fell seriously ill. The veterinarian diagnosed him with a terminal condition, and Jack was heartbroken. He decided to make Whiskers' final days as comfortable and loving as possible. He stayed by Whiskers' side, stroking his fur and whispering words of love and gratitude. Whiskers seemed to understand, purring softly even in his weakened state. On a quiet evening, with snow gently falling outside, Whiskers passed away in Jack's arms. Jack felt an overwhelming sense of loss, but also profound gratitude for the years they had shared. Jack buried Whiskers in a small garden he had designed for his apartment building, a place where residents could find solace and connection with nature. He created a beautiful memorial for Whiskers, a tribute to the loyal companion who had given him so much. The loss of Whiskers was a profound turning point for Jack. While the pain was immense, he found solace in the memories of their journey together. The love and trust they had shared continued to inspire him, guiding his work and his interactions with others. Jack's contributions to accessible design left a lasting impact on the community. He had become a mentor to many young architects, sharing his knowledge and experiences to foster a more inclusive world. Jack often spoke of Whiskers during his lectures, recounting their story as a testament to the transformative power of love and companionship. He encouraged others to find their own sources of inspiration and to build lives that embraced empathy and understanding. As Jack grew older, he continued to cherish the memories of his time with Whiskers. The bond they had shared was a constant reminder of the resilience of the human spirit and the importance of connection. Jack knew that Whiskers had given him a second chance at life, helping him to see the beauty in the world despite his physical limitations. He felt a profound sense of gratitude for the little cat who had come into his life on that rainy evening so many years ago. In his later years, Jack found peace in the legacy he had created. The garden where Whiskers was buried became a place of reflection for many, a sanctuary where people could come to find comfort and inspiration. Jack spent many afternoons there, sharing stories with visitors and watching the flowers bloom. He often felt Whiskers' presence, a comforting reminder that their bond was eternal. Jack's journey from despair to fulfillment was a testament to the transformative power of love and trust. His story, intertwined with Whiskers, continued to inspire those who heard it, reminding them that even in the darkest times, there is always hope. Jack knew that Whiskers had given him a gift beyond measure, the gift of seeing life through a lens of compassion and resilience. And for that, he would be forever grateful.